Razors go for auras compared to just Yasha BKB.
Like,
but
he's the one that does like the one item into Crimson on most heroes.
yeah,
I don't know about
like the Manta Crimson build.
Yeah,
or-
yeah,
okay,
he's like
yeah.
that. He does it even on Huskar. So
Down to about a quarter of his health, but the lane is in front of his tower, so a safe spot for him to sit and farm.
Yeah, he's good to farm there for now, but had to pull it under tower, so he's gonna come back around and have it on going for something nice. Mid lane, we keep seeing the same song and dance. So far, though, the Storm coming out ahead in CS.
Amar up at top, spears Panto under tower, very close to losing his life, and the axes will secure it. That first kill of the game does go to Falcons as Panto falls, while Laurel in the mid lane fires back up. Stays alive to that plasma field of the level 4 Razor.
So,
Quick dispel.
yeah, I can make it a bit strange for him how to initiate. If you wonder why he doesn't shackle the other target there.
A purple ping from Amar saying, hey, look at this guy up top, but it's the middle lane with eyes on Laurel as Lorinov kills off the Storm even before the Muerta got there, and then Amar goes for the solo kill top in a 1v2 scenario to get Mars the kill. Snaking's looking at Rue down bottom. He gets Lorinov the Arcane Rune.
Amar still not
about
safe.
to die to Yatoro with a boar slow. Some more axes, but no mana to go, so this Mars could spear back, get a bit of distance.
Oh, the
tagged up
axes.
by the boar one more time, and no! The axes don't land. Amar sidesteps them, gets up the staircase. Now Yatoro is still chasing.
The mana regen is too slow. He's not gonna get mana for Axis. Magic stick. Not quite in time.
No range.
Oh, he thought he was juking again, but wouldn't have killed him even if it landed. I think he regen too much with the bracers.
Chainmail pretty good against those blunt weapons.
Moves up top. The gate. Oh boy, 4 people coming up here. Yatoro pretty far out.
Amar with a spear to the trees. Ice path in. Falcons picking up speed here. Quit's gonna get axed and clicked by Laurel. Shield protects him, but still finished off. Storm still has a bit of mana to play with. And chase isn't easy here for Falcons, but they're gonna give it a shot. Another rebuke and the slow from the Jakiro. Soul Ring's there for the Storm though to get him the distance he needs.
Oh wow. You get that soul ring delivered on the courier?
Might just have, while Rue in the meanwhile in the back has been slain by Lorinov.
That gets to safety, but yeah, nice Lorinov picking off another kill, and this does expose the top tower. Every tower they take on Falcons is going to give them security later on.
And there's like compounding problems as well, because we have to think about Beastmaster as a very important timing hero. Snaking's going to get roared. Nice spear from Amar is going to force them back, but Laurel's arrived to add that extra touch of damage. But like compounding effects of the Beastmaster needing his item timing, well, Amar's going to go arena him, Calling's there, this Aghanim Scepter's going to get delayed even further. Because when you lose your towers, you lose your life, you have less map space to farm, and his Scepter, which is required as a fast item for Beastmaster, the more you delay it. I mean, this was the team that started the whole carry from the offlane, right? Really subverted everyone's expectations.
The Battle Fury or so.
The offlane has become the safe lane. Like, well, what's going on here? And the Yule Spear going to be able to catch the Phoenix, but a good jump from Laurel gives some protection to Panto to dive away as Collapse comes in to battle back into the Mars. Dead shot thrown, but Amar has bitten off a little more than he can chew.
Rue is still chasing for more. Crit pretty slow, trying to get safety.
Good
TPing.
TP spot. Yeah, well done by Crit.
But yeah, 1 minute slower than average, so it's not a horrible timing. He definitely got it, you know, despite all the odds.
Yeah, still pretty good. And Amar is still being punished in this top lane. They stuck around here to deal with him. All four members that were up here for their initial fight gives Laurel a dominating streak.
Wow, TP in and dies again. From being on the top of the mountain, now he's falling behind these other cores.
And bottom lane, Skitter's being poked at here. Has the ulti to level it up and cast it, but still low HP.
No
has to pop
mana?
his magic wand. And Yatoro has spent all his mana farming jungle camp as Waga.
Yeah, he couldn't roar. Otherwise, he could have waited for the ulti to go kind of low duration, then pop a roar.
And they're turning on him. Ice Path into the catch-up from Skitter. Macropire there as Laurel jumps in, but Yatoro's being burst down. Skitter falls, trade carry for carry. Laurel out of resources now, but Collapse has jumped back in onto Lorinov. Falcons being toyed with here by Spirit as they lose 2 cores.
A Collapse with some really nice impact from this Blink Dagger rush. This is what you need when you rush Blink on Slaughter as well.
It's a dream.
Now they're playing the area. And BKB is back off cooldown soon for Storm.
And Yatoro's having his delivered. There's Amar making a jump, but that's BKB. Yatoro doesn't cast it, tries to roar. Static Link in, now he'll try and disengage. Shiny Golden God thinking about turning with Laurel's arrival onto the Razor. Amar backing him up. They've got the crush from Collapse, though, to jump in onto Lorinov, finishing with the Storm. One more click does the trick. Supernova in the back as well with the Sunray going. They've kept everyone alive to give Lol a double kill. It's disastrous for them. Falcons, they've got Skitter alive, though. Back to full HP, burning through the Beastmaster and the Shadow Shaman. The Radiant's burn will do the job. Started as a disaster, turns out to be a decent trade for Falcons.
Yeah, Falcons. The egg.
Just poking at the Storm. While bottom lane, there's a few heroes approaching this Slardar. MOUZ and Razor are on to Collapse, forcing a fast BKB from Slardar. In comes the Shackles from Rue to try and keep Collapse alive, but that might have sacrificed himself. Yatoro, though, with a roar. Lal back in, Arena's down, nice. Collapse falling with Rue as well. Macropire placed, Skitter comes in with the ulti to pop, so he's still perfectly fine to keep going, and Lorinov picks up the double kill. Spirit, it feels like they're out of gas in this one, but they want to turn with the Supernova and another zip onto Skitter, and they found a kill. The opening, thanks to Laurel's Storm, just keeps them going.
Could not do much. I mean, not like Abaddon can stop you from gating anyway. He can silence you with the Orchid, but that doesn't stop already existing channel. Laurel is watching Amar. He jumps him.
A quick Yule's up. Misses the spear. Uncharacteristic mistake from Amar, and that's him having to BKB and still dies.
Oh, that is painful. Laurel is making stuff happen this game. 9-1 and 4.
And this is a period of the game where Falcons had Aegis. They've not really been able to press any kind of advantage because they have been behind. Panto, with Lol and an Eon Disc on the Phoenix, actually gets away from Skitter and Lorinov while Yatoro comes forward. Abaddon ulti already spent. Yatoro's quite low mana though, and thinking about how to re-enter. The Shadow Shaman's going to drop, Snaking's traded out. Lol beyond godlike, but this Sunray Supernova combo into the arena that Amar tried to place to defend his Skitter. Abaddon blows them up. Lorinov's trapped in the Serpent Wards too, being finished off by them, trying to break free of the cage that Rue put down. Oh, that's a pretty wild state of affairs then. I mean, they're obviously 13k behind, and Spirit have been running this game, I think, the past 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And there's through this Laurel Storm. Another jump, a roar. Lorinov breaks free with his BKB. Pierce the Veil from Muerto on the left-hand side, but Yatoro, he's being burst down by this Razor. Lorinov finishes the job. The Sunray unable to do enough. And Skitter with that ulti is going to keep topped up. Although Lorinov half HP being jumped by the Storm yet again, but the Yule's Arena Spear will find Laurel this time here. They'll blow up Rue and Laurel in quick succession. As Lorinov, Skitter and the boys get the job done. Collapse being walked like a dog as Lorinov stands his ground and delivers.
Man, that was showing how hard it is to burst some of these heroes on Falcons.
That gold swing.
Yeah.
Another smoke move. This time from Falcons. Approaching the ancient spot. Gets a catch, not on just the Phoenix, but the Beastmaster as well. Has to roar up the Razor, but the shield from Skitter is there, and Yatoro dead for 90 seconds.
That DPS is so absurd. He just melts to ult the Razor, doing almost all that work. Boy, oh boy, does Razor just absolutely demolish Beastmaster.
They're going to try and contest this. They've got no Beastmaster for 60, but look at Collapse and Panto. They've got Refresher Phoenix.
Oh, no.
Skitter comes forward, Supernova up, Lorinov dropping low, Roshan about to fall, Collapse in the pit. Collapse snatches it. Aegis grabbed. He does it every time. Collapse finds the opening. He's got Jakiro locked in place. Amar, he's going to walk through with his arena now on the Laurel Storm, but Panto keeps going with the Sun Rays. Another Supernova. Laurel falling, can't be healed up. Rue tried with the shackles on Skitter, and they might be able to take him down at least. Get the Abaddon. But Spirit with a grab.
What a jump, man. What a call to make that play, and they're still not done chasing after Amar. I think he's going to be fine. He has Hex, he has Spear. Don't think they can really reach more. Beautiful timing. It was a nice try by Skeeter and Abaddon, blinking out, trying to stop the jump in. I think right after Laurel, I think Collapse has been the standout player this game for Team Spirit. He's been on point for most of these team fights.
There's a jump there from him. Laurel and Collapse pair up with Panto. Find another kill, quickly dispatching with Crit, who's dead for 90 seconds. No buyback. Now, can they go top after this? Because they've got some big waves coming in.
Yeah, there's Hex Refresher on Mars. He wants to jump, I think.
They're thinking about it. Goes for the play. Hex is up Storm. Razor moves forward. They're trying to catch out Laurel here. Can he be protected or save the spear into the arena? Laurel, the second arena, but the zip away. Storm's alive. Collapse. His ages his claim. Yatoro now turning and trying to deal with Laurenov. The Yules into the sky, though, deals some serious problems to him. Well, Collapse forces Laurenov back into base. Another zip from Laurel and a catch on Razor. They're falling apart. Falcons try to defend and they just all die.
Oh, that's so tough, man. You go for this 4v5 fight.
The game's over.
It doesn't work out. Immediately punished. It was a nice try, but they didn't really kill anyone. Their damage isn't fast enough to burst during the Mars catch. He got a nice double spear. He refreshed, he speared again, kept them stunned, but it was not enough. Ultimately, their damage output isn't that fast. Razor needs time to build up.
The fact is, like, every engagement, like, sure, I think Skidder at some point was on a killing spree, but it felt like it wasn't as, like, explosive as what other options could have been, right? So, you know, Laurenov leading the charge, but again, there just wasn't enough firepower. Like, they have tankiness.
With Timber, you get some pure damage later. You're kind of just chilling. I mean, Falcons didn't really change much, to be honest. They swapped out. Well, it's a bad end for Kez. I would say that's probably good because there's more aggression, more explosiveness.
Just using the puck the most you can, really.
And then
go for a late
them information of where Amar is so they can wrap around with a smoke to get on top of the Mars. It's all beautifully set up here by Team Spirit with the smoke, the mirrors, the faking, and then the kill for Yatoro to get first blood.
They were trying to give it to Laurel, but Yatoro's bird, you can't really stop it. The bird wants the last hit, and the bird will get it.
Try and trade hits into Panto and give this Mars a decent laning stage through the Shadow Word heal and the pressure you apply on the Beastmaster. Never easy, though, to lane or trade hits into a Jakiro.
Oh, they're stepping
Panto put it on him with the Hawk yet again coming in to swoop in for the kill, and Amar might still be in trouble yet. With another dual breath, he'll spear back one. Panto gives him the clicks. That's enough. 2 kills, 3 in total. Spirit leading out in this game.
Yeah, they just got too far down in the lane, and level 2 power spike on Beastmaster and Jakiro together is so damn strong. Getting caught by the level 2 timing, and then getting punished, and then they've been on the back foot since then.
Perhaps 1 level in that reactive armor. Has some magic damage thrown at him by Crit and Skitter, and that's going to finish him off.
Finish with the Kasurai Katana active. Very satisfying kill. The execution. Spams error codes over and over. That's when, you know, the hero stops talking. It's nice.
Someone's had enough and hacked you.
Yeah, he's trying to fight into Timber, but full HP Timber does not care at all.
Especially now he's got some levels on him, yeah. Amar's going to spear back Yatoro, but I don't know if that's enough to save him. They'll bond and rebuke to get some damage back onto Panto, but with the double boars and the ice path coming, Yatoro and Panto are just ruling this lane. Gods and kings destroying Falcons.
I mean, this is insane. 6-0 is the score on the bottom lane. That lane is completely disaster for Falcons.
4-0 to Jakiro. He's got arcane boots in a minute.
He's huge. He's really rich, really happy, and he can swing down to the bottom power rune here as well. Get the shield rune or hold it. Very nice.
Yes, if a Laurel to bottle and then can turn on Laurenov.
He might die.
King will try to heal the Razor up. Panther will die, so the streak goes across. Laurel trying to finish this job off, but the Shadow Word is enough.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine. Snaking, finding some good impact there, and does get 1 stack on his Grimoire at least.
And the fact that Crit and Skitter don't feel super confident in just outright killing him with level 2 reactive armor.
I think that's the most defensive ward I've seen in a long time. Oh, hold up, the roar.
He's level 6.
Not again.
Yatoro's here. Ice Path into roar, the double boar. Amar's going to try and kill them, but they're both on 5 HP. Both boars survived.
And the Hawk too lives barely with 40 HP. Nothing going the way of Amar. The Kess is farming. He's doing what he's supposed to, and of course Laurenov has been playing really well in mid lane.
The hasted Razor coming up top. Collapse. He's level 6, so throws the Chakram on Skitter. Control from the Lions, decent here. And they've got plenty of damage through Laurenov to take down the Timber, although he does do a chunk back to them.
Yeah, he returns as much as he can, but ultimately the Razor just dancing around him, removing all the armor. So he's unlikely to trigger it. Obviously he could trigger it by auto-attacking, but he can also phase shift dodge, so don't need Storm Surge. Just go for the nuke.
We're going to find another go on the Timber here. Golem from Snaking to start it off. A nice little spin from Skitter. Collapse is low, but with 100 health left, he survived it.
Ooh.
The Shadow Word under tower, he does die in the end.
I can't keep him safe. Too much bleed and shadow.
Some thievery on the other side.
Okay, Skeeter is going on one of the typical Skeeter moves, quickly activating. Looking to go behind.
And Amar starts things off with the arena, but a quick roar from Yatoro buys a bit of time. The trouble is that time is quickly caught up by Skitter and Snaking to drop the rock on a quick slash on him.
I like how there was no reaction from Team Spirit. They're like, yeah, why are you farming there still? You know, it's 12 minutes in, you get caught, nobody TP to try and help him. They're just like, nah, dude, we're going for top tower. We're cracking the enemy tower instead. But then again, I also just value drums really, really highly.
Panto.
Oh, the bait. Mars was baited.
Amar jumped in. A trap was set.
Yatoro was sitting behind, waiting patiently, and gets rewarded for it. That's really it's gonna be.
Also sees Crit in that top jungle. Serpent Ward trap, collapse to come in to finish. They'll try and heal up Crit with a bit of top up from the Greaves. And Lorinoff eyeing up collapse with Snaking alongside. They want this Timbersaw, but he's got another chain. Another way to maneuver, but the damage from Skitter is far too much.
Yeah, silence as well. Throws Talent Toss onto him there. Very nice to just prevent him from trying to burst the Razor. I don't think he could have anyway, but ultimately, nice punishment. I think they will keep trying to fight though, because when you have Deso on Kess, you can't really just go farm. It's not like the Battle Fury build that just wants to chill, so they're diving in under their vision. They saw this Jakiro.
Yeah, Panto came to try and ward this area up himself and quickly realized that he's seen under it, but this nice coil and roar catches Skitter. Lion's in trouble, Laurel picks him up, and Mars dead to a double kill.
That was some beautiful three-man coil into a snappy roar right after. And you see the DPS Beastmaster can bring with that Aghanim Scepter. Of course, having the Aegis gives that confidence. He can just jump in, no fear in the world. This mid-creep wave, he wants his Guardian Greaves as well. They want him again. I think they just want to jump him once more.
Trap set? Ah, golden drops. Panto surely dead this time.
Yeah, you can't always be ready. That's the secret. Just kill him over and over. Sooner or later, there won't be a trap.
He's called the bluff several times. Yatoro going for a solo kill. That's tons of damage. Essence Ring popping back up, and Amar is still dead. Rue was also alongside to help if need be. While Falcons holding high ground here. Going to get jumped by Laurel. Backline stab onto the Lion, so lacking control on the Falcons side. They need to disengage, but Skin has been caught by Rue with the shackles. The damage comes through quickly. And Collapse is still chasing. Lorinoff has the TP. Snaking, opting for the same route home. Will lose his courier in the fray. I love how cheap Greaves is now. Like seeing a Jakiro 20 minutes in just pick up a Guardian Greaves is so nice. Well, hello. Lorinoff, he's got a Greaves of his own. Can't use it though. Chain disabled, down he falls.
Rue, right place, right time.
And Laurel, with the help of Panto, they're onto Snaking. This is turning pretty rough for Falcons. The game's gone sour as Team Spirit just continue to apply that pressure.
Using the Aegis, I say using, the Tormentor healed to full again, so I don't know how much it was a use, but he took a full heal from it, and will now be able to take the Tormentor.
It was a resource that was expended.
Yeah, that was before they were 12k gold behind Gareth. Now I don't know. now it's just tough.
I've got to do something. Can't just fall flat here. Smoke break, Lal jumps. Silence and coil on two cores. No overcommitment from Spirit though, very disciplined as they have no vision up there. Crit's gonna jump with Snaking though, onto Lal, trying to finish off the puck and they blast him, well done. Yatoro though with a roar and damage on towards the Razor. Lorinoff in some serious danger. BKB from Yatoro keeps him safe, but Amar's giving chase. Collapse covering the exit, keeping them at bay, but the Arena Spear kills off Yatoro and Falcons have found an opening. They swoop in, get some massive core kills on the doorstep of this Radiant Ancients area with Collapse turning, the Chakram damage, not quite enough. Ruin Collapse getting slapped by Amar.
They're
Comes
all
back
falling.
into the Fatal Bonds, they're falling quickly. 4 down and Collapse left alone.
Kiting him slowly, chasing after. He is a very tanky Timbersaw, but he's completely alone. Blink up on the Mars soon, chasing after.
Yeah, running out of gas now. Falcons will get on top of him with Skinner damage. Amar trying to keep him controlled. I don't know if they can kill him though. Still half HP with max react stats. In comes the rest of Spirit. The Power Rangers have arrived. Mass TPs to come in to find Snaking in the back. Warlock down and the chase is on. Crit's Lion exposed again and Collapse will finish him. The invincible Timbersaw.
I mean, Kai is so tanky. He had the poor man's shield. All those stacks, of course, on the reactive armor. The Aghanim Scepter on that. Just very hard to go through. the Beastmaster and the Rasta, definitely enough to kill off Kess if they can get him. Just need vision.
Yeah. They walk up the stairs and see him. Hex, Roar, and the Serpent Wards.
Yeah, screw it. Just chip all the damage. You know, you never know how close the backup is. You know, if Lion is around the corner, just dish whatever damage you can. And,
full evacuation from Falcons. They're off onto the other side of the map to farm.
yeah, this Beastmaster is going to feel really happy now. Got the Shadowblade Blink, BKB Aegis.
Laurel found a freebie, a bonus kill in the form of snaking. Tried the optimistic TP, but he's out of here.
Not gonna be so lucky. And this is also a game where we can see the flip side of Razor. Can be a very oppressive, annoying hero when he gets really tanky, has all his items. But here, Lorinov, just the lowest farmed core. Oh, sorry. Kess is picking off people.
There's a good stun on Laurel as well. If they've got the backup, they can maybe finish off the puck, but another phase shift and Yaturo's arrival, stunning up Skitter, clears out the Kez, and Laurel's still alive. Lorinov had to give up on this, but the wraparound from Panto, where did he come from? Left-hand side arrival, Jakiro forces BKB out of Lorinov, might be dying here as the Razor really hyper-focuses the Jakiro down. Yule Scepter from Amar on the puck, gets the spear and the kill on puck while Lorinov falls. The turn from Yatoro and collapse though. Should be able to chase down Amar. Has BKB in a second though, so maybe I've spoken too soon. Chakrams fly, Wild Axes too, spear will whiff, good sidesteps by both. Yatoro collapsed, but you're right, the blink gets Amar out of there. I thought Lol for sure would have seen him, but Crit is still lurking in the shadows.
He's got going him.
Might actually still be in trouble. He orbed, gets hexed, caught, fingered, and killed. Well done by Crit.
Quick TPs though, they're trying to punish it.
The Roar on Lion, stop the TP, catch Crit on his way out. I don't know if they can get anything else, just the Golem, the cherry on top.
Yeah.
Well, the Yatoro and Rue are chasing pretty far into the darkness.
It's a massive takedown at least, getting the puck kill. If they really want to just go up and siege though, they don't have Aegis on the Beastmaster. I think they want to just play it chill.
Roar.
He's going for a pick-off.
He's going straight in. Yatoro goes for it. He's got Lincoln Sphere as well to protect against the static link or any spells. Does still get linked and has the BKB to run.
Lotus Orb.
Lorinov is chasing this one down, but the reverse link. Yatoro is just about getting the distance. Amar with a spear. Oh, catches him right through the rear. Razor is cleared out though by collapse. Now Amar left a little stranded by the rest of his team. Kez though going deep, wants Rue real bad and will get the Shadow Sharper to take him down. 2 for 1 so far with Collapse trapped in the arena. The double circles, big Venn diagram overlapping onto the Timber with a finger of death and a few more bits of control. They should finish him off, but Lawless stopped it. For a moment, they give the chance here for Collapse to survive, but he's sliced by the spear in the end, and now Laurel way too far forward.
Skeeter bringing the DPS here in this fight. Leading the way.
Amar starts, Hex and Arena, jump on this Yatoro Beastmaster, push the damage through Skitters, cares, Yatoro's dying, he's gone. Disappears, Crit is finished off by Laurel, but Spirit just lose heroes too quickly. They've got no firepower left. Collapse and Panto getting speared around. Timbersaw eyed up with a golem dropped on him, Skitter's giving him the clicks, but they realize with the Aghanim Scepter going, they don't have what it takes. Lorinov eats the cheese, and Falcons happy with what they got. The little treasure chest, I thought, oh, it's a Roche banner? No, it's a blood grenade.
Congratulations, it's nothing.
Hello, smoke from Falcons, high ground vision, jump in on the Shadow Shaman and Jakiro. Laurel does find an opening on the Lion, but they've lost Panto so quickly. Rue's gonna follow him to the grave as well. Dispatch with the Radiant supports. Yatoro gonna go for the play on the Mars. He's losing his health drastically though, and Skitter crits him down. Beastmaster carry disappears very quickly when Kez gets his hands on him.
Now you just see how big these cores are. Timbers are still in there.
Flamethrowering, BKB'd up with the Aghanims going. Shield building up and dealing with Lorinov. With the magic damage down from the Jakiro, you're right. Lorinov will pop the BKB and be safe. Rue's brought back for this one, but the Razor has Nightfalled home.
Yeah, he realized that Rasta bought back. It's time to dip out. Had the Satanic as well, but you don't lifesteal that much into a Timbersaw due to his massive armor. It's not really a good trade for you.
Doesn't feel like it, but maybe with this secondary move, they can find something big with Rue onto Lorinov. They get the disables. Lol with the damage, and they found the Razor. Hang on a second, he's lifestealing back up. He's staying alive. They can't quite kill him. A little bit more. No way! Lorinov, he stayed alive. Falcons finally lose their Razor as Team Spirit collapse in on him. dead for 100, but that was bloody close to a turnaround. While Lol dancing around this lion now. Skitter comes in with another crit. Collapse looks to flamethrower into him, but Skitter, this cares very strong. Nearly gets on the Jakiro too.
Bringing him in as a stand-in, he is so easy, so moldable into a team, and just fits really well.
The efficiency player.
Yeah. Yep.
Emitter.
Holy, the jump. Collapse has that long-range timber chain. He's in on snaking.
He's going to drop the golem on him. Collapse will BKB up while Skitter goes hunting onto Beastmaster of all people, losing the Aegis, while Snaking should get sliced here by the Chakrams. They've got an Ice Path to try and cover the Beast, but the Finger of Death and the control from Amar, and Skitter takes Yatoro down again. He's gone for 100. There's no puck for a couple more seconds, so Panto's left isolated here to give Skitter a double kill.
You know what? First game of the series, I said that Amar was looking a little bit shaky here or there, but that was a perfect spear. On the Aegis respawn, he could not even press BKB.
Is it Aghanim's time?
I mean, depends who you ask. I mean...
He's 6-slotted now.
MKB maybe? Backpack it?
Well, at the shrine, Amar and Yatoro are having a head-to-head again, but BKB'd Mars forces him back while Lal goes hunting. Slices down crit. Arena's here, though, to deal with Collapse trapped inside the Colosseum, and Skitter, beyond godlike dares, finds the kill, but Rue will lock him down in place. Hexed and shackled with the Macroplier over. Lal still in this arena with Yatoro, can't quite get the gap closed on the Skitter. Lal is dying! Zapped by the Kez! And he's getting away! The Falcon turned into a little sheep, hop, skip, and jump back to safety. Spirit down 2 cores, and Falcon still a lot left in the tank. Amar with a double kill. Collapse 1v5. I don't know what he can do here, though.
He's pretty fast. He can get pretty far away with the timber chain, but there's so many enemies.
A lifesteal kicks in for Skitter now. He's on the tail of Collapse. They cancel the timber chain with the golem drop, and that's it. 5-man wipe. Falcons on your doorstep. Looking to close out game 2.
Yeah, amazing team fighting from them there. And Team Spirit, they have to be kicking themselves. This was their game. They had it in the bag, Gareth. They did the hard part. They dominated the laning stage, took over the game. Super fast timing, 16-minute Roche. They took the Tormentor, took Roche, took everything. Had the map control by all rights, but they got a little bit impatient, Gareth.
Yatoro wanted to go home for an early bedtime, but instead he dragged this one out to a game 3, giving Falcons a second win here in this series as GG is called. Amar and everyone tipping Lauren off, so I don't know if some comms there or some confidence from the Razor set off that chain reaction to give Falcons the chance to take this one to game 3.
You don't need to build damage items. You need to... You staying alive is dealing damage, like with your ult and like you know, draining someone with the damage. And I think Lorenov is definitely like onto something when it comes to the itemization. But you're a very traditional like counter and answer to Razor, at least later in the game. You don't pressure him at all early on. I think also time dilation is quite good in this game against like the Radiant heroes. And you have a lot of follow-up damage. Like even though there's the crap against your auto attacks, like...
Yeah, and the mid ward dewarded immediately by Panto as he saw the ward being planted by Crit. They had their own ward.
Now this Collapse open though, and Pugner gives him the clicks. First blood for snaking as everyone else was looking at that mid lane. Coil though, Lal has hit 6 himself, and a blood grenade thrown by Rouge should gather them a kill on Lorenov.
So they get something at least while leaving their offlaner. Yeah, Ember's coming, so they want to fight on the Wisdom. Looks like they're gonna get the double Wisdom. Puck not really making the same rotation. TPing now.
Here comes the response. Rue inside the shrine with Collapse, spear back on DK. Snaking steps up with the Puck's arrival, going to make short work of Pugner. And now Dragon Knight dropping low to Collapse and Panto. Oh, Falcons overstepping here, showing their hand, and Team Spirit responding in kind with numbers, slaying multiple cores, getting their Wisdom Shrine and unlocking the power of LoL. Especially given the story spun by our lovely panel talking about how this is meant to be tempo momentum for Falcons, building up that oppressive game state, and Spirit who kind of want to drag things out. Every little victory in this early game compounds as a victory for Spirit later on.
Collapse does get caught by the Remnant respawn there as the Ember will just casually jump down bottom, gets behind him and easily sets up the kill. I like that Yatoro not only has put everything in the quick buy, but also right-clicked everything to make sure that he's auto-purchasing everything as soon as possible. Yeah. Mask Commandus, now. Maelstrom, now.
There's a Puck Coil onto Crit. Looks like Muerta was trying to make a move around into mid, but is cut off at the pass by Team Spirit's Jakiro and Puck. A big man A real one. Gonna dip back to farm jungle, while Amar gonna clear out the large camp up top. Being looked at by Yatoro and Panto here. Damage over time does add up with a time dilation, and the Jakiro's dual breath with Ru arriving and the Chrono spent. Tons of lockdown here to make sure Amar cannot speed away.
Yeah, very nicely done. Also making sure to break the static link as soon as possible so he has the damage.
Nice combos there. Chains with the Ghost of the Calling, the Deadshot and Dragon Tail. Really perfect execution for Falcons to find Laurel in the mid lane. I wonder what hotkey he's got it on. Mouse wheel up.
Yeah, as fast as possible.
Oh, another Chrono on this Razor. Deja vu for Amar. Bushwhack will land on him. Life Drain not going to be good enough.
Yeah, no, you're gonna need more medics than that to save him. That was a lot of damage coming out. And Kiro and Void combine their ultimates. That's just... someone is gonna die.
They're going to rally around Collapse at this Wisdom Shrine. It's about to pop back up, but Falcons, they've brought everyone bar the Razor here. Arena from the Mars, Lorenoff, Ice Path with Skitter, but Puck, Laurel trying to jump in, getting blasted down by all this damage over time. Lorenoff still alive, heals back up enough to Remnant over the top as they jump back in. Yataro's losing his life quickly now, has to time walk away. Ember for Mars, Puck dies for Pugna. Now the fear back on Jakiro, gets the kill for him, and Skitter's still blasting away with the Dragon Knight. There's a time walk in 2 seconds. Can Yatoro weasel out of this? No, he can't. Crit finishes the job.
Ru sneaking away, trying to TP far away. He's gonna get to safety. If they fight under a tier 2 tower, they have plenty of big ultimates to punish Falcons if they don't hold good positioning. Oh, this phase, this Void, though, he's farming far out.
That's a huge catch for them. They need that Chronosphere to be able to fight properly.
And they might get more.
Panto, he was trying to figure out where he was heading. Seemed a little bit lost as he moved from the tier 2 top. Wanted to rejoin with the Faceless Void, but instead he's being cut off. Lorenoff will hunt him down across the river into the Ancient Camp and take another kill for himself.
Trying to figure out where he's heading. He was responsible for babysitting of this random carry who's just farming, you know. He's got responsibilities here. He's trying to take care of the poor little Faceless Void, and then suddenly...
in his infancy.
Yeah. But the Void doesn't want to take care of himself. He wants to farm.
He wants to stay at home and play computer games all the time. Ru gets an opening with Laurel onto Crit, a coil on Pugna as well. I don't think Falcons have anyone in the vicinity. Ember, Razor, both mid and bot. Pugna just going to fall.
All the course already split up. It was just the supports remaining, and Team Spirit, they punished the 2 of them on the Murta. Has the ability to catch Puck, set up for his team. Can always follow up with silence.
Oh?
Speaking of Puck.
Phase shift dodge.
Nicely done by Laurel.
Laurel God. That's a nice dead shot. Tried to catch the Puck. The calling's nice, and Lorenoff slices in. I still get the kill with this double damage Ember Spirit going. Another slight change in a moment. Might be able to catch up to Ru, but not quite close enough.
Yeah, still a massive kill though, and they are close to this tower.
But in this patch nowadays, no, I don't think so.
Oh, they saw the Dragon Knight. Void wants to go on him. This could be a decisive moment.
It's pretty tanky though. 3k HP,
They got a lot
BKB
of
to go,
damage.
but the Chrono into all the damage. He doesn't get a chance to use the BKB.
Yeah, Witchblade as well, laying into that Hoodwink with that ulti. Tons of damage coming through.
Skitter and Amar have had quite quiet games.
Question is, can they hit a big timing on Falcons where they just start making stuff happen? Orchid is soon completing over on the Dragon Knights.
I feel like the trouble is they rely so heavily on Skitter here to be the opener. He's the guy who starts the fight, so then he leaves himself really exposed
Doesn't
to moves
have
like
BKB
this.
yet.
Where he's gone aggressive to be the stun-initiating hero and gets turned on by Spirit. Now Collapse there with Laurel. They found the Pugna in the back. Amar trying to drain the damage out, the static link going, but Yatoro's coming to join, forcing the Pugna to decrep and run. Lorenoff and Amar keeping it going up the staircase into that top jungle, hunting with the remnants forward. Onto Ru they'll head. Essence Ring and the heals popped up. Ice Path is good. Ru should still die to a dominating Lorenoff as he picks up the Panto support as well. But Chrono's there from Yatoro. Finds the Razor opening. A core kill's good for him. Bashes onto Lorenoff, but this Ember Spirit, the time dilation means he's got no remnants left.
It's like we have 2 fights at the same time. Down bottom, the Puck finally does survive against the Murta as well. Brings down her and the
Lorenoff is still dying. They've got a spear on him to connect to a tree, and it's a 5-man wipe as Spirit just come through hot. And then we come back to the panel, we're discussing it, right? That last pick support hero, they were really digging deep to try and find this hero for snaking, because everything else had been banned. The Shadow Shaman was gone, his Chen was gone. Kind of dug deep to find the Pugna, but it doesn't give you a stun. Doesn't give you that control you need. Skitter is the one with the Dragon Tail catch onto the back line. The Hoodwink jumps away, Sharpshooter dodge into the trees. Panto gives cover with the Ice Path as well. Amar can't quite reach the finish. Now Yatoro looking with a Hex Pack onto the Razor, stunned up and pinned into the Colosseum. Crit will die to Laurel elsewhere while Amar, low HP, has the BKB, but he's still being pummeled with a right-click. Physical damage out from Yatoro. He is unstoppable.
He still has Chrono.
And Dragonite, where is he? In the middle of them all, Chrono and Spear connecting here, allowing them to get onto the DK, but Decrypt buys time. Heal him up a touch. Snaking is the target now, as both Skitter and Snaking in serious danger. Puck is falling low, sure, Lorna picks up a triple kill, but Yatoro is the king of the hill.
Yeah, time dilation is coming off cooldown soon. He has to get out of here. No more remnants available. He's not getting away from
Time dilation's there. There's no escaping from
stops.
The Faceless Void comes in. Warp space-time, takes the Ember Spirit down a notch.
We have already entered the beginning of the end here. This is the end time. Yatoro, level 24.
First barracks falling, 36 minutes in.
Still has 90 seconds on this Aegis, though. They have to defend. Somehow they need to mount a defense.
Jump in. They've broken past the Lincolns. They've got a stun on Yatoro, but he time walks it all off. Time dilation to slow the advance as well. They've caught Lauren off in the arena with a spear. The damage comes quickly here, and the Chrono catching 2 cores as well. Raise the BKB, that's going to be wasted now as Team Spirit. They relax. They say, okay, we go back on the Pugna, nullify, so no more decrep saves for you. Still holding Aegis on the Faceless Void as well. They are pummeling Falcons here. Kiting around, controlling up Amar. They'll lose the first life on the Void, but they've got so much left in the tank. A time walk forward, Yatoro sees the Pugna for another freebie. Nullified and slain as they get this Mars. Second jump back in onto Pugna. Razor on the outskirts, trying to do what he can. Skinner's jumped in. Team Spirit did lose their puck, but Skinner now out in the open against a Jakiro and a Hoodwink. All stunned up, bushwhacked, and Yatoro should be able to arrive here to get some time lock bashes, a sharpshoot, and a kill, a dead Dragonite for 90 seconds.
Yatoro is still swinging. He's like, who's next? Who's next? But I don't think there's anyone left who wants to fight you, man. Like, you're it, okay? You're him.
It's Scrappy Doo, except he's useful. Let me at him, let me at him. He's got him. Another go in here, a missed spear from Collapse, but I'm not sure it matters all that much. They've got Yatoro to finish the job. Rue will get the final touch, and there's Collapse singing away.
Yeah, I think this one is all but over right now as they're going still disciplined towards the racks, respecting the extra armor, of course, on the tier 4 towers. Before you take the racks, just opening up the mid lane. Not sure they're gonna even back away as Yatoro feeling pretty confident in the enemy base.
I mean, they're all full HP.
They're dead for 40, dead for 50. No reason to really leave.
Plenty of time. As Lorenov trying to do what he can. Gets a kill on Jakiro, nicely done. Spent his BKB and his remnants to get in this deep, going for this last attempted play and then dies. A tip from Panto. Salt in the wound there as Amar running back behind his tier 4 towers. It feels like it is all but done, and this is Falcons in their death throes, just trying to put on a bit of a show.
They're holding on. To his credit, he went in, created space, got a kill, and the throne hasn't fallen, Gareth. That was, a necessary move by the Ember Spirit. And there's no Panto yet.
But there is a deep ward for the Dire behind that tier 2. Collapse, jumps away from Skitter, gets off the BKB, side the Vice, Dragonite, all pinned and stunned up as Laurel goes to the backlines, aiming for the 2 supports. Skitter getting whacked and walled by Yatoro, changes targets to go towards Snaking now. Chrono there on the Razor and Pugna finding Amar as Laurel deals with crit. Well executed by Team Spirit. Ember Spirit's respawning, but Falcons are bleeding out. Amar's going to go for the play onto the Mars. A good move by Rue there to get Laurel out of danger. They lose Collapse, but Yatoro's still going. Maxify down on the floor. The Faceless Void is whacking with the mace. The blunt damage will bring the Razor to his knees. And Skitter's Dragonite on the run for Yatoro and Panto in the backlines. The spear connects there. The buyback from the Mars will finish off the job.
They're trying to ignore the Void for as long as possible, but eventually that damage starts going through.
Another jump, another Hex. Ice Path to follow. Chain stuns on Lorenov. A spear connects and a finishing blow there as the only hero remaining will be a buyback out of the Razor. His hands on a late game hyper carry. The Faceless Void takes it to 40 minutes.
Yeah, 15, 2, and 17. He's looking to make it even more. Time walking forward.
Doesn't have Chrono for a minute, but they've got plenty of damage to bring down the barracks. He'll jump in and dilate away onto this Muerta, and the arena spears there to find a Pugna. They'll get blown up one by one. This Razor is finished off, and GG is called. Team Spirit wrap it up with a Game 3 victory.
Impressive stuff from them. In particular, I want to give a final shout out to that early game. They just absolutely held on with heroes that should be way weaker early on. They got tons of kills, held the top tower for 12 or 13 minutes.
I think overall, like, Spirit just looked pretty clean, at least in this game. You know, they had some flaws like here and there earlier, but this game, pretty damn nice.
And can we just talk a little bit about the Dragon Knight? Because obviously, look, I'm a host.
You're a hater.